We found the shrine. But who is... Oh, that is Ithelia. Perhaps you can talk to her, Proxy?
I do not recognize you, yet you seem familiar. Almost like this shrine. I know I should remember it, but I do not. Tell me, what is this place? Why am I drawn here? A Daedric prince. Yes, I remember. That was what mortals called me. But Elendlin is a proud citadel, not a crumbling ruin. Its people are wise and beautiful. They worship me. Wait. I sense something. And another memory. Hermaeus Mora. The Echenir. Yes. That is what the Abyssal Cephaliarch called it. A clever little device he wrought to find and remove things that belonged to me. Thoughts, memories, truths he did not want anyone to know. Show me. I wish to see what it reveals. Let us see what Mora
is everything, Ithelia. You must forsake the many paths.
You seek to diminish my prince. Why should she agree to such a demand?
To preserve reality. Her willfulness threatens all of existence.
You let your fear control you and foresee an apocalypse that will never be. Depart, Mora!
Ithelia disappeared as soon as the memory ended. Let us speak outside.
Where am I? What force draws me to this place? Is that? Yes. I believe they call it a tavern. I see the many paths converging there.
What in oblivion did we just see? That looks like another Wildburn seed. Someone's coming. Get down.
Here. The seed for Skingrad is ready, my king.
Bring it to my throne room. Vargas and I will perform the final ritual and send the seed on its way.
The Shardborn are fickle allies.
We serve the same prince. As long as I lead the recollection, the Shardborn will aid us.
Yes, my king.
I knew it! Nantharion leads the recollection. And the prince they serve must be Ithelia.
I heard everything. Get to the throne room. I'll circle around and hit them from the back.
I leave the staff of many paths in your care, Nantharion. Use it well. Ah! Your tree has pests!
Greenspeaker Sorilen, deal with the intruders. They must not interfere with the ritual. Vargas,
Beragon's
help me
friend.
prepare the seed.
For his sake, I will dispatch you quickly.
Now, destroy the Wildburn seed.
No! The ritual is not complete!
Something's wrong. It's too soon. The Wildbird seed released its energy too early. Run!
Follow Nantharion. He must know a way out.
The Wildburn seed! It released its energy when we destroyed it! Hoperoot is doomed! Run! This great force coming down around us!
This way, comrade. Hurry!
An attack? You dare!
Give me that blade, Vargas!
Take Abolisher if you can, mortal! No! Kill them, my Shardborn! Recover Abolisher!
She called the blade Abolisher. It's all yours, comrade.
Abolisher will be mine again, mortals. We shall definitely meet again.
I don't understand what's happening. All of it occurring simultaneously, it won't stop. You aren't here. This place isn't here. I'm not really here. Go away. Mortal, help me. Please. I don't know if you can understand me. My mind is a storm of images and voices and memories. I can see every reality all at once. The many paths. But my grip on this realm keeps slipping. But you... I see that you are real. We did, didn't we? Then you know my name is Ithelia. I am what mortals call, a Daedric prince. These echoes... I summoned them by accident. I am losing control. The inn... It drew me here. Called to me. I need something it can provide. Possibilities. Probabilities, places where fate takes a different course. Some lead to here, others to there. And a few they lead to... elsewhere. But this place, it has something I need. A phrase emerges from the storm. Sage's dream. Yes, that's it. A drink, I think. It tastes of belonging. Cohesion. The innkeeper, ask him to make this drink for me. Quickly, before the storm takes me again. I remember so little about myself. Why is that? Did someone... Yes. Mora, he did this. But Sage's dream... I know it can help me even as the details slip away. Please, ask the innkeeper. I feel certain he knows something. I am Ithelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, the mistress of the untraveled road. I am... confused. Sometimes an event surges into memory. Fear, anger, and resignation erupt all at once. And then I lose my grasp and forget again. Remembering is a struggle. I cannot extract details from the chaos of converging realities. There is darkness. Then I saw a light in the distance. The light became this inn. It summoned me, but the reason was unclear. Until I recalled Sage's dream. Echoes from other realities. My power drew them here, trapped them between this path and their own. They are confused, suffering. Until I gain control of myself, I cannot set them free. I wish to know more myself, but the storm fills my mind. The knowledge of the many paths comes to me in bursts as intuitions. They are possibilities not yet realized, realities close and distant. If I can calm my mind, maybe I'll understand. I remember so little about myself. Why is that? Did someone... Yes. Mora, he did this. But Sage's dream... I know it can help me even as the details slip away. Please, ask the innkeeper. I feel certain he knows something. I don't know where the name comes from, or why it's clear while the rest is chaos. Thoughts keep swirling through my mind. They move too fast to grasp. So confused, so lost. Only one phrase makes sense. Sage's dream. Something hides here. I feel its hatred thick and sour. Perhaps I can call it to us. This horrid relic rose from the ground. I need to talk. When you left, I was compelled to follow. I saw an image of you entering this chamber, and I knew I had to be here with you. But then this awful lamp appeared, rudely popping out of nowhere. I hate the damned thing! The storm in my head, remember? I cannot focus through all the overlapping paths. I think this damned lamp was used against me, but I cannot understand how. Could you pick it up? I wished to examine it, but could not stand holding the horrid thing. An odd feeling. Hatred and dread without knowing why. But I know that lamp somehow. Once you pick up the lamp, I can study it. Maybe it will help me remember. Over here. I sense a path that wishes to be explored. Shine the lamp, please. That hated lamp reacted to your touch. It revealed that cluster of lights by this wall. Once again, I feel recognition, but not clarity. I sense the many paths, and this is a signpost. Shine the lamp's light there. Show us what it does. I know this. A doorway to the many paths. Step through and I will follow. I know this. It is a doorway to the many paths. I cannot describe the relief that comes with even a modicum of understanding. That lamp wanted to reveal that doorway. Step through and I will follow. I only know what little I can recall. As if the knowledge comes from my core but must still fight through the ceaseless storm. The many paths are possibilities. Roads to different outcomes, different realities. Perhaps this one leads to clarity. Power abandons me here. I will follow if I can. That lamp led us onto the many paths. But why would the lamp bring us here? And why do I hate it so much? Perhaps the answers lie at the end of this path. Where we were. Another Ithelia. Another me. She wishes to speak to you. Perhaps she has answers we seek. Ask her about Sage's dream, mortal. Ask her why the very thought of it spins within the storm in my mind. A mortal pathwalker. Such a creature is quite rare. And I see you are accompanied the Lamp of Clarity. A relic created to hunt me and my unseen. It carries a spark of its creator Azora within. That gives it a bit of awareness. It must know that your Ithelia poses a threat. But why lead you to me? Ah. Sage's Dream is the mortal name for our connection to the many paths. It manifests as a drink, but is brewed from ingredients infused with my very own essence. Drinking it will reconnect my reflection to the many paths, and stabilize her power. They bloom in my shadow, or in the shadows of other Ithelias. Each path's ingredient is unique. You can find Tiramweed here, but the rest grows in other realities. Take what you need, Pathwalker. Then you must leave before my fellow princes arrive. This is my end, Pathwalker. Hermaeus Mora has declared me a threat to reality and comes to imprison me. I am tired of fighting. It is the same on every path I have examined. If this is my fate, so be it. Take my Tiramweed and go with my blessing. How strange. A mortal who walks the many paths without understanding them. Between that, keeping company with my reflection, and bearing the Lamp of Clarity, you intrigue me. Very well. Ask your questions. Not in any way your mortal mind would understand. I do not wish to drive you mad. An analogy, perhaps. Picture a diamond that somehow formed around a spiderweb, interweaving lines within a grander, fixed shape. That is the many paths. Possibilities scatter across the Orbis, each defined by distinct choices, with unique outcomes that lead to new realities. The many paths are the web that binds them. Some can traverse these connections, as you have done here. Control? No. But I have the power to see them, to follow their threads and alter their fates. It is one of the things that Hermaeus Mora respects about me. And the one thing he fears the most. The mortal mind is limited, intentionally so. Comprehending the many paths should overwhelm you, and actually traversing them should be impossible. I can barely do that. You are unique among your kind. Thus the title I give you, Pathwalker. Mortals are servants performing tasks to maintain reality. Every field plowed, child born, or war fought keeps the Orbis stable by design. This fact is kept from them. The slaves should not understand the Master's plan, lest they seek to undo them. Each reality bound by the many paths contains a version of an entity, mortal or Daedra. They each differ in some way, but each springs from the same seed. I am no different. She and I are the same, but distorted, like an image in a cracked mirror. Most mortals quake in fear at my presence, or demand one boon or another. But all you seek is knowledge. Interesting. Ask your questions then, Pathwalker. I suppose so. If she's lost control of her power, then she needs someone to stabilize her. It seems she chose you for this task. The more information you have then, the better. Once Hermaeus Mora chose my fate, he recruited other Daedric princes to aid in my capture. Azora answered his call by creating the Lamp of Clarity. Its light exposes my location on a path, or, as you have seen, reveals doorways to the many paths. I am as curious as you. Perhaps it does not aid you, but only appears to. Azora's essence may have a purpose of its own, and you are only along to see that purpose fulfilled. I hope you find your answer as you continue your journey. The many paths connects all Ithelias across all realities. This bond can weaken over time, causing distress to an Ithelia. We developed a means to reintegrate called Sage's Dream. It manifests as a drink to consume, but this is only an illusion. The ingredients grow in an Ithelia's shadow. They form from our essence. We each produce only one ingredient. Mixing these ingredients melds the essences from many Ithelias. When imbibed, we take in the power of our reflections. When she drinks Sage's Dream, she takes in the combined essences of her reflections. She gains their understanding of her power. Your Ithelia will reconnect to the many paths and regain control of her power. An extended separation from the many paths, perhaps. Oh, yes, I see it now. Your Ithelia already suffered Mora's punishment. Her power was stripped from her when she was locked away. She needs to calm the storm as her power seeks to return to her. Most mortals quake in fear at my presence, or demand one boon or another. But all you seek is knowledge. Interest. The Prince of Fate foresees a cataclysm approaching. I used my ability to manipulate the many paths to prevent one disaster. But now Mora sees my efforts as the predecessor to something even more terrible. He feels he must imprison me. And I agree. Do not fear, mortal. I have a plan. My scions will one day set me free, after I have had sufficient time to figure out how to avert the disaster Mora predicts. This is my end, Pathwalker. Hermaeus Mora has declared me a threat to reality and comes to...
I found your conversation with my prince very interesting. Immortal, walking the many paths, and in service of the Fate Changer. I must respect that. I hope you find what you need to help your Ithelia. Maybe you'll succeed where I have failed.
Why does my prince allow this mortal to speak with her?
Ithelia. She is a reflection of me. She knew about Sage's Dream. I remember now. My followers praised me in this chamber while I drank from a goblet. Gather the Tirum weed that she offered so we can make the drink. Another Ithelia. So powerful and proud. Collect the ingredient and let us go back, mortal. Here, I offer you a path home. Take it with my blessing. My patience with you has reached its end, Pathwalker. Soon, Mora's forces will storm this place and imprison me for an eternity. I suggest you not be here when they arrive. I see how my reflection opened a path, and I understand. The many paths are mine to control. Perhaps I open a doorway next time. Let us return to our reality, mortal. A new path appears. Use the lamp, mortal. So much of the path we just walked was familiar to me. The shrine, my scions. I remember it now. When Hermaeus, Mora, and the others arrived, took my power, locked me away. I had a plan as well, but I do not remember just surrendering like that. I sent Torvesard and the other scions away. They had to remain hidden, free to act when the time was right. The rest is still unclear. We learned much on that path about the Lamp of Clarity and Sage's Dream. It was created by the Daedric Prince Azora. She made the relic to find me. One of my powers is to avoid the gaze of other princes, but they found a way around that. The lamp contains a spark of Azora, which reveals these paths to us for some reason. Ingredients to create the drink grow in the shadow of all Ithelias. The drink blends our essences, connecting us. Each path grows a different ingredient. That must be why I crave one. I need to reconnect with the other Ithelias to reclaim my power. As am I. Hopefully we learn more as we travel. The last path was clarifying, but I still feel overwhelmed. I am no more in control of myself than I was before. Let us proceed, mortal. Step through. Let us see where this path takes us. Dread fills this path. Find the ingredient, but use caution. We are not welcome here. The lamp led us to the same location as the first path, but in a much different reality. I see my loyal soldiers line the halls, but despair fills the air. We are not welcome here. Tread carefully as you search for the ingredient we need. My Shardborn. They always serve me well. These shelves were full in our reality. Not ransacked like this. The shrine appears old, decayed. What happened here? Have Mora's forces finally come? Then I am finished. The Ithelia of this reality cannot even stand. She looks fully defeated, but I do not see any signs of an enemy. Maybe she can tell you what happened here. And make sure to ask about an ingredient for Sage's Dream. No, you do not belong here. But a reflection of the Prince of Paths travels with you. Have you come to revel at my defeat? To watch Hermaeus Mora imprison me? How shameful that I attract a mocking audience. Get on with your gloating then. Of course she lost control of her powers. All Ithelias are fragile creatures. They break under the slightest pressure. Just like glass. How did you get here, if my reflection cannot control her power? How did you walk the many paths? My Shardborn should gut you. Whether you intend it or not, this humiliates me even more. An item of my ruin born by a reflection who walks free. If it will get you to leave, I have Hark Fruit. one of the ingredients for Sage's dream. Take it and go. Azura's lamp is not a friend to Ithelia, Pathwalker. All the relics work to subdue us. If it helps make a Sage's dream, it is not to empower my reflection. No matter. My fate here is sealed, so what do I care? Take your Hark Fruit and leave me. Accepted. All that I am will soon vanish from reality. How could I possibly be comfortable with annihilation? No. I feel dread. Resentment. Anger. And totally ashamed by my obvious weakness. When word arrived of Hermaeus Mora's plan for me, I crumbled. My followers are loyal, but they couldn't face down the combined might of the other princes. What resistance we presented was quickly crushed. Another testament to my weakness. Mora's army has surrounded the shrine and will soon pour in. I will have no choice but to let them imprison me. My followers may be locked away as well, or scattered across oblivion. It does not matter anymore. Let them come. This reflection seems resigned to her fate. Quite different from the other. Let us get the ingredient and go. This reflection has given up. But she has no plan, no hope for the future as the last one we met. The many paths show the consequences of every action, every choice. Gather some Hark Fruit and we will leave this wretched path. I saw how to open a doorway. Let us return to the inn cellar. It seems my reflection is gaining in power. How shameful to watch at the moment of my failure. Leave me, Pathwalker. Let me fall the way I want to. With each remembrance, the storm calms a bit more and my power returns to me. You see how I opened a doorway into the many paths? I am gaining more control with each passing moment. All I need is Sage's dream to complete the process. I sense this is the last path calling to me. Use the lamp here, mortal. Like before, this path stirred up memories. I experienced the same dread before Hermaeus Mora's forces arrived. But I did not collapse like a coward. I commanded my Shardborn to resist, and they obeyed. The struggle, I recall, was epic. I remember the armies of the other princes pounding on the doors to my shrine. My loyal Shardborn readying their weapons. The sounds of unrelenting battle. I recall the princes standing in judgment over me. Then, blackness. She is correct. I should not trust Azura's lamp. But it led us to 2 ingredients needed for a sage's dream, and now we have Tiramweed and Hark Fruit. 1 more and we can make the drink. And then I can regain control of my powers. Step into the many paths once again, mortal. Unbridled anger fills these halls. We have entered a war zone. Find the last ingredient, but be careful. Mora's forces breached the shrine on this path. These Shardborn battle for their very existence, and the Ithelia of this realm's anger fills the air. I am safe from harm. But a mortal like you can die even when walking a different path. Be warned. Reality in this path is extremely fragile. It might shatter. Hurry! Mora's forces breached the shrine on this path. I remember this as a place filled with light and joy. This is not that place. Hermaeus Mora consumes this shrine, his response to the savagery of Ithelia's defense.
No, you must not bring that reflection any closer. Speak with me, and I shall explain.
My scion, Torvesard. No, not mine. Just another reflection. Still, he wishes to speak. Talk to him, mortal. Ask about the final ingredient.
Your Ithelia, does she not sense it? The Ithelia of this path, my prince, has lost herself. She has become the monster that Hermaeus Mora foresaw. If she cannot regain control, this reality is finished. Why does a mortal walk beside an Ithelia? Then I hope you succeed where I have failed. I tried to get my prince to calm down, but she lashed out at Mora's forces with her full fury. The more she fought, the more lost she became. Perhaps there is still a chance for you. How can I help? Why would... Oh, I understand. Azura's lamp wants to preserve your reality. By helping your Ithelia regain control, she can be safely imprisoned again. The ingredient you need is close by. Loot berries. Hurry and take them before it is too late. Flee while you can, mortal. Save your own life. Just spare a thought for this doomed path, if you survive. I suspect we will not last much longer. I suggest you take the loot berries and run. Good luck. Ithelia is the fate changer, the unweaver. She has power unlike any other Daedric prince. The power to shift existence itself. Mora long suspected that Ithelia was dangerous, but full of uncontrollable rage. Reality itself unravels around her. The unimaginable. Can you contemplate what happens when reality shreds like parchment beneath a saber cat's claws? Nothing remains when existence ceases to be.
I sense this realm will not last much longer. The binds of reality have begun to fray. Hurry, mortal. Gather the loot berries and I will open a way out of this place.
Mora deaths! Damn his eyes! Every one of them! Behold the last tomorrow! Behold the destroyer of reality!
This Ithelia shows uncontrolled rage. It will consume every piece of this reality. We must leave this path before my reflection destroys it. If you have the ingredient we came for, then we need to go. Now.
There you are! Oh, come here. I have an idea about the Sage's Dream. Looks like a perfectly blended Sage's Dream. Pour the finished drink into that carafe. Now, grab the drink and take it to that strange woman. I'll meet you upstairs.
Sage's Dream. Do you have it?
What are you waiting for? Give her the... What are you waiting for? Give her the drink already!
We walked the many paths together and learned much, mortal. Yet I still cannot control my power or clear the storm from my mind. Every path collides in this place. If you have a Sage's Dream, please, place it on the table. I wish to calm the chaos.
I just wanted a nice inn where I could serve normal customers.
Finally. The storm abates and I can clearly see the many paths. I can discern one reality from the next and my mind is clear. I am myself again. I am Ithelia, Prince of Paths and Mistress of the Untraveled Road. I shall set things right. The echoes I dragged from disparate paths are free to return to their own realms, and allow me to untangle the threads of fate and restore balance to this reality. I thank you, Pathwalker. And I am jealous of you. We learned that every Ithelia is dangerous, a broken creature that ends up hunted. We cannot change who we are. But mortals, you choose your paths. You don't need the powers of a Daedric prince to alter your fate. I envy this. Goodbye, Pathwalker. We love...
So that's the Skein of Secrets? I wonder what it does. Go ahead and take it. We shouldn't linger here. Over there, friend. Isn't that an Echenir manifestation? We should see what it reveals.
Why do you trouble my prince, Daedra? The many paths splinter. You manipulate fate in ways that were not meant to be.
What I do for the good of all. Why can you not see that, Mora?
I'm not alone in my concerns, Ithelia. Constrain yourself, or we will constrain you.
And you will fail. Now be gone.
Beware! Shardmarshal Vargas is above you! Proxy, stay close.
You dare trespass in Mirrormoor, in the very heart of our power! I banish you to the many paths, never to return!
Vargas banished our allies into the many paths. He took everything I had just to shield us. Beragon and Tribune Alea are beyond our help for now. We must go on without them.
Your wanderings are futile, Torvesard. What you seek is here. The loom of the untraveled world. I have no idea what it is, but I am certain it's important.
You can stare at the sealed portal until you go mad, Vargas. I go in search of my missing memories.
The memory of Torvesard and Vargas before they recovered what had been forgotten. Let us... Proxy, look. Another memory. Use the Echenir.
My loom of the untraveled road fills this place. From its core, I can break the shackles of fate, undo mistakes, unlock possibilities, create new histories.
Ithelia can use the loom to change history. That is how she will restore what was lost.
It's magnificent. But won't some princes see it as a threat?
A threat? This is a gift. The gift of unconstrained choice. The loom will weave a new story for every being. What they choose to be true. All shall benefit.
A wonderful gift indeed, my prince.
Ithelia and Vargas have reached the loom's core. We must reach them before they destroy the reality we know.
This is how it must be, Ithelia. For the sake of reality, you cannot walk free.
You cannot contain me forever, Mora. In time, I will escape this cell.
No fate that I foresee results in your freedom. I am sorry, Ithelia, but I do this to preserve reality.
Hermaeus Mora could not predict what he could not perceive. Ithelia's scions, the unseen. Come, we must find a way to escape.
Hey! Can you see me? I can't find my way out!
Is that Beragon? These ruined mirrors look into different realities. They may be doors to the many paths. See if the Lamp of Clarity can free him.
Can you hear me? Get me out of here!
That is not to cross us.
It worked. And the Abolisher appears unaffected for now. Let us leave this place.
I know nothing about Daedric machines or magic looms, but our enemies...
Incredible. This must be the very heart.
We must get below.
What in the name of
We
all
must
the
find our
divines
way
is
to
that
the
thing?
loom's core. A Daedric apparatus of unimaginable power. What the one who knows feared.
I see Ithelia, Shardmarshal Vargas, and Torvesard down there.
What are we waiting for then? Let's finish this.
Now I can undo my long imprisonment. Make it so I was never forgotten. I can find a path in which the princes and I were never in conflict. And with the loom, I shall weave it into this reality.
Let us grant some space restore your strength. Ithelia has not yet activated the loom. We can still intervene.
Now, give them no quarter!
Watch out! The Shardmarshal's waiting for us.
Defeat Shardmarshal Vargas so we can reach the loom.
Vargas is shielded, friend! Use Abolisher to destroy the portals!
That was right. Now, Proxy, use Abolisher to destroy the loom.
This is our chance! Use Abolisher to destroy the loom before Ithelia weaves us all out of existence! This is our chance!
What are you waiting for? Use Abolisher to destroy the loom!
unstoppable power!
Is destroyed, my prince. We must leave this place.
I am the last tomorrow, the Unweaver. I am filled with the power of the many parts. Come, Torvesard, away!
You did it, friend. But what's happening to Ithelia?
Ithelia has become something else.
Abolisher is depleted, but it did its job. The loom has been destroyed. I shall open an exit. Let us leave this place. A tear in the fabric of reality. Not only have the threads of fate been parted, a piece of existence has been destroyed.
That's not good. Examine it, mortal, but carefully. Very carefully. Mortal, I think I know what's happening here. Let's talk.
An unexpected reaction, but it tells us much.
The Lamp of Clarity looks restored to me.
Did it work? I think it worked. The relic is restored.
That's the forge. Ever notice that no matter how ancient, Daedric stuff never really changes? Anyway, dip Abolisher into the hot coals. Cracked acorns! Look at Abolisher! It surges with power again!
Lower your weapons. I only want to talk.
Be careful, friend. Daedra have a way of twisting words and disguising me.
I see you are still at the beck and call of the lying Prince of Fate. I do not seek to be your enemy, mortal. Before we irreversibly cross a threshold from which there is no return, I would reach an understanding between us. Existence! You speak of it as though it was sacrosanct. But my prince was locked away and erased from existence by your smug and sanctimonious patron, forgotten by all. I fixed that, but when we tried to restore our realm, our home, you opposed us. No different from what Mora and the other princes did in that distant millennium. Think of what could have been accomplished had not the Prince of Paths been vanquished from history. Do you not see? Just stand aside and let events flow as they may. As I feared, Hermaeus Mora sees so much but has blinded you. I respect you, mortal. Do what you must, and I shall do the same. Perhaps when reality has been rewritten and a new Mirrormoor arises, you will have a different opinion. Consider what I have said. We Daedra may be immutable, but you mortals are not.
By the ancestors, look at this place. I remember when the walls of the necropolis were my entire world.
Tread carefully, Gadayn. I prefer not to see any harm befall you.
I still have the amulet you gave to keep me safe. I couldn't bear to part with it.
I am glad it has been helpful, and that you still have it. More than I can say. The loom of the untraveled road. Damaged beyond repair, but still impressive. Use the Echenir and see what memories remain.
There's nothing salvageable, my prince.
Nothing! Damn them! Very well. If I cannot restore Mirrormoor, I will create a new realm upon the festering corpse of Apocrypha!
Help.
That must be the Titan. Let's destroy it and gather a fragment. An excellent battle. Gather a fragment of the Titan and we can return to the others.
Friends, we need to get out of here.
Tears are opening up throughout the ruins. We barely made it here to warn you. You dispatched that.
Check among the debris.
No matter how many times I assist you or Laramil, I don't think I'll ever...
What's happening?
I warned you against interfering, mortal, but you refused to heed me. A reality tear? How fortuitous. Let this be the end of Fate's chosen.
Friend, look out!
Curate Gadayn! He's... gone.
Mourn later. We must get this fragment back to the others.
Excellent. Now place Abolisher, the Lamp of Clarity, and the Skein of Secrets around the fragment. Now, join your power to mine, and we shall align the threads of fate with the ritual. It is done. We have created a mirror of truth.
It really worked? Huh. Maybe we do have a chance.
Come, Proxy. We must speak.
Mora hides in his sanctum. I will transform this realm and make it his tomb! Set wards in place, my son! Fate's minions must not be allowed to interfere.
Yes, my prince. None shall find the wards.
Might have to go on without me.
You have become the very threat I foresaw, Ithelia.
Only a threat to you, Mora!
Can you not see? Reality collapses around you as fate's threads unravel.
Your reality, Fateseer, not mine! Witness the ascension of the Prince of Paths to her rightful place of power! Keep draining Mora, Scion. I will deal with his champions.
With pleasure, my prince.
I am the Dark Tomorrow. I am the last path you will ever walk. Warriors of Mirrormoor, defend your prince! I will restore what was lost, mortal. I must! No! I cannot be undone by a mortal!
Over here, Proxy. Use the mirror of truth.
What did I see? Mortal, tell me what this means. That mirror. It showed me the truth. I have become the monster that Mora predicted. And I remember. I saw it too. As Mora sealed my prison all those eons ago, I realized at the end he was right. I am the last tomorrow. It was what Mora saw when he examined my threads of fate that I would become the Unweaver, the destroyer of reality. In that last moment, as the door to my prison slammed shut and my memories frayed, I saw it too. But it was too late. Because I had already set the compulsion in Torvesard's mind. I had already unspooled the thread to freedom. Now your actions have brought me a moment of clarity. But it will not last. Already I feel the power, the madness reasserting itself. A nice thought. But I am Daedra. I cannot change. And once the madness comes upon me, I doubt you will be able to contain me again. Forgotten memories and near limitless power blinded me. It led us exactly to the moment in time Mora feared. Not while the power of the loom and the energy I took from Hermaeus Mora flows through me. I must shed this power once and for all. Only then can the growing madness be quelled. Hermaeus Mora, you were right. I am a danger to fate and reality. Let me return what is rightfully yours.
Abandoning our sacred quest. No! We are too close. I claim the power. I will finish this.
My sire has taken power.
I delayed Hermaeus Mora while you tried to stop
Torvesard.
Despite it all, it seems we are fated to battle. Face me, mortal!
save me from a fate I finally accepted. Though I had forgotten until you reminded me.
No, my prince. I am Dremora. I am eternal. I will reform and complete the task you set before me.
Such is the nature of Daedric. Never changing, never growing. I return your power to you, Mora. And I disperse mine into the void.
And Torvesard, my most faithful. I consign your essence to nothingness, never to return. We have peace. At last. Poor Torvesard, blinded by a compulsion I never should have bestowed.
Fate's chosen has accomplished the tasks I set before them. Now, let us enter the portal and conclude this heinous business. Your prison awaits, Ithelia. Ithelia, it is time to resume your imprisonment.
To what end? As long as I remain in this reality, the threat I pose persists. My power will always find a way to return to me. Such is the nature of our princely dispositions.
The threads of fate agree with you, but what choice do we have? You are Daedra, immortal, forever. I see no other path before us.
Our natures confound us. We need a different perspective. One you so elegantly provided. Mortal, let us speak.
Ithelia speaks true. Imprisonment is not a permanent solution as we have so recently experienced. And she is right. I made you Fate's chosen for exactly this moment, to provide us with a different perspective. Go ahead. Speak with Ithelia.
My very nature makes returning me to prison a temporary reprieve at best. My power will always find a way back to me. And with it, the threat of the madness that overcomes me and can unravel reality. Mortal, talk with me more about change. Yes. My reflections. When we walked the many paths at the Outcast Inn, we visited realities where things had gone another way. I am different in those realities. But that is not choice. That is consequence. The aftermath of alternate events. Yes, my reflections. The many paths lead everywhere. Other places, other possibilities, parallel realities. You can go anywhere. If you can just find the path. No power. A path where Daedra and Magicka do not exist. It would need to be a place where my Daedric power held no sway and could gain no foothold. I feel the tendrils of my discarded power searching, reaching toward me. We must hurry, mortal. Indeed. Hermaeus Mora can find an acceptable path, and I can show him how to open the way. And then we would need you to use Abolisher to destroy the path, so that I could never return to this reality. Ask Mora if this will suffice. Speak with the Prince of Fate, mortal. We do not have much.
Speak, Fate's chosen. You are deep in conversation with the Prince of Paths. What do your mortal eyes see that elude my Daedric senses? A path that is better than the solution I devised so long ago. Inconceivable. Do not overstep your bounds, mortal. Do not use my own words against me. Still, you are correct in that regard. Very well chosen of fate. What do you suggest we do with Ithelia to preserve our reality? Leave this reality for a realm where she would have no access to her Daedric power? I had not considered that. I would need to confirm that the reality guarantees our safety, but how will we make certain that she would indeed be exiled forever? What say you, Prince of Paths? Will you accept eternal banishment in a realm where your power does not exist?
I accept that fate, Hermaeus Mora.
Then allow me to turn my gaze upon the many paths to find a worthy reality.
And allow me to show you how to open that path, while I still have the will to do so. An excellent portal, Mora. Now...
Wait! We lost a good friend to one of the reality tears. Is there anything...
The tears were not my creation. Only an effect of my passing. All I can offer is this wisdom to ease your mind. Now, you have shown we who are called Daedric princes that there are always possibilities, even for us. Farewell, mortal.
Has walked the path to her exile. Take Boethiah's blade and destroy the portal. Cut off the path so that she may never return. Now, leave this place, mortals, and understand that you go with the gratitude of the One. There is nothing more to do in this place. There is nothing more to do.
Place a skein of secrets near the reality tear. Now, use the spell scroll to release the relic's energy. It actually worked.
I'll never get used to those tears. Now use the spell scroll Scroot provided to release the lamp's energy. Look! The tear! It's closing! I think it worked, comrade!
reality tear. I hate those things. Place Abolisher near it, but not too close. Now use Scroot's spell scroll. I think that did it. That was the last relic, right? Let's head back to my townhouse and meet up with the others.
Allow me to talk to Hermaeus Mora first, Proxy.
I summoned Fate's Chosen. Why are you here?
Pardon the impertinence, but we have done everything you asked. Now I have a request, Prince of Fate. Help me understand what Ithelia showed me.
The many paths. You seek the return of the mortal, Gadayn. It is within my power to do this for a loyal servant, but there will be a cost. It is done. One day, Mirrormoor, you who are called the Wise, I shall claim my due for this little boon. Be prepared to pay the cost at that time.
I understand, and I accept.
Now, leave us. Chosen of Fate, approach. We will have words. Know that you have done everything I asked of you, and more, Chosen. You far exceeded my considerable expectations. Now, with reality preserved and set right, we have one last matter to deal with. Ithelia, the Prince of Paths, has been exiled from this reality, never to return. Now, I must once more remove her from memory. For the sake of existence, she must once more be forgotten. Not everything. Everyone will remember that the mortal realm was threatened, and that you saved them. What they will not remember is Ithelia. Mirrormoor will be one more abandoned oblivion plane, and the name Ithelia will mean nothing. No, consider that my parting gift to you. You and I shall remember Ithelia and her scions, the glory of Mirrormoor, a reality that could have been. Now the contract between us is concluded. Return to your world with the thanks of the one who knows. Despite our vast differences, we do share one trait: curiosity. Very well. Ask your questions, and pray that my answers do not shatter your mortal mind. A hint of insolence lurks in that query. You convinced two Daedric princes to change course. Do you doubt your own convictions? No matter. Ithelia has gone to a reality where she has no power, and you destroyed the only path between here and there. I am Daedra, the one who knows. I see infinite possibilities arrayed before me, but not necessarily the final path. In you, I saw potential, but I could not determine how that potential would be realized. That is your power, mortal. Use it wisely. Mirrormoor and its denizens shall be known from this point forth. But who they were and who they served will remain a mystery. Now, they are masterless. Their plane a shattered ruin. Any that remain in your world will be dealt with or depart in time. No. Even if you try to remind them, they will not remember Ithelia. They cannot remember. You have proven yourself capable and worthy of my confidence. You, and you alone, shall remember. Let my word go forth. Purge Ithelia from every mind in our shared reality, now and for eternity. No glyphics, no repressed memories, just you and I, as the last witnesses to the existence of the Prince of Paths. We were bound by this threat to reality. Now, we share this final secret. Farewell, mortal.
Gadayn, the one who knows spoke true.
Laramil? Friend? What's going on?
Everyone, your attention please! Let's celebrate not only our victories, but the heroic actions of our friend here. They defeated the rogue Mora, Vargas and Torvesard, took down Nantharion, the false king. They saved Westweald, maybe the entire world. So raise a glass and shout a cheer. Thank you, my friend, for always doing what you do best.
Our journey has reached a suitable conclusion, friend. A long rest is in order for all of us. Perhaps I can convince Curate Gadayn to join me in...
I can't believe we did it. We saved Apocrypha and Westweald. If you told me we'd do anything like this back at the Necropolis, I would have asked how much Tujama you had to drink. Who? Is that someone we met along the way? Sorry, I have no memory of... What name did you say again? Anyway, I can't believe Beragon... Back to Necrom, I suppose. Eventually, after I get to spend...
There is nothing more to do. There is nothing